You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with a climbing path either.
Don't look down. Don't look down. This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death. Your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come.
I thought you might actually be...
Why? My presence is you were the one...
It's...
Yes, everything.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting.
Mind your footing.
Good. Another power cell. If I find more, I should be able to get to that ancient armor I found. Guess that's my way across. Glad that's over. This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal. Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters, but this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobeck. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have...
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your...
She said she wanted to go home.
What?
Nothing. There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way. When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Flooding atmosphere.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. The world we're living in.
A monument to
Not oblivion, silence. The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it. Try not to fall to your death. The Master... Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Keep holding, keep holding.
try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the Eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machine.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture...
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything.
It's a long story.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, that's when I detected it. A faint signal.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered...
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen it couldn't speak when I found it. So began an exchange of knowledge. But the Spire was all...
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location. The surrounding geography. Who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me it bid me to recover and repair more focuses.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care.
And the Shadow Carja?
The Carja civil war was a happy coincidence.
An
Yes, they were so...
But hey...
Yeah,
What?
Actually...
A little late?
Indeed. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order.
So when did I come into this?
When Olin stumbled on you. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your... I vowed to do everything I could to ensure...
You've done terrible...
I take my...
Then I just...
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
elsewhere, and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
That the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
like an opportunity to share a drink with him. There's a man who knows how to enjoy.
That crazy offer. you can see.
Move along. No need to move you around. Don't ask me where to go if you're lost.
The one who foiled the plot against our city. You're Nora. I'm the...
Like this.
In grief. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations?
No. I know...
I see. Well, these, but...
What?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram. He waits during this shrine and the mundane are like...
I'll...
to honor...
Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the City Guard fortify the Western Ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Urs, if we're to fight together on the brink of life and death...
Then you have it. As...
Even a king can learn his lesson. Now, it will take time to prepare our defense.
I don't know about everything, but...
quietly does it, panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city...
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation. Well, now, you're welcome.
And the...
Indeed, not perhaps.
I will.
Exact. So, otherwise...
A moment of your time, Outlander? An army on the edge of the city. Look for cover. No. Has the enemy reached the main gate?
Just to cover. Like a soldier do their job.
What's happening? Is the battle starting?
My family might still be alive. And you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
You're that Nora who saved the Sun King. You'd help my family? Oh, by the sun, I fear that machine.
What?
Arav, the Sun...
I'll...
You will.
Have you just polished that armor with it?
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even...
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come... I brought... I could... Moby's... Aloy? Maybe...
It's not what I imagined when I was aboard, but it's decent work keeping us in the safe.
Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty. He should pay.
also Huntress. Fight?
Well, that...
No.
I don't...
Can I
Of course.
I've been the end for now.
I'm with...
And I won't... I only fight when I have to. But by the time I have to, I usually want to.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be thicker. Do all in our Petra Murata. Can I every... You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora.
No? So... Alright.
And
Greetings, Aloy. Don't.
I've...
You really... Alright. And I feel like...
Boy, think... Is it...
No. And...
I think...
So...
So who are these guys?
They call themselves Aloy. So here we are again, gearing what?
And if they...
That's... It sounds... I'm what? Shit! I'm what? Hit him! Damn! You hear that? And we're here.
Thank you.
Well,
It rises taller than the highest tree.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you...
The Nora do not... I will... Do not...
battle's about to start. Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?